Oh, my friends. Poor Hurricane. What's he done to deserve that straight away? I haven't even. Okay. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You join me back for another round of HTR Season 12. It is round number 2, and we, as you can see on my screen to the left, are at Monaco. Everybody's favourite, Monaco. And the special thing about Monaco, or for this race around Monaco, it isn't. It kind of is a normal race, but at the same time, it's not. And I say that because we are racing around Monaco at night. You heard that right. We are racing Monaco under the floodlights. So, I'm looking forward to this. And I hope you guys are as well. Now, Monaco, such a tricky track. The tightest track on the calendar. The smallest track on the calendar. With a total of 19 turns. Overtaking? Impossible, some would say. It can be done though. It's just highly, highly rare that you will see an overtake happen at Monaco. But this is HTR. Expect the unexpected. As we have been given the green light to get ready and ready up for a 18-minute qualifying session. And if you was not here for last week's event, I will tell you the results now. It was Harvey who came out on top, followed by Ghosty and Hurricane. Unfortunately, Ghosty is not with us today. I should have said who we've got. There you go. On the right, you can see who we've got. We've got Deza, we've got Will, we've got Emma, we've got Harvey, we've got Hurricane, we've got Magnetic, we've got Triet, and we've got Walshy. All of them I know of, apart from Walshy, and, well, I heard about Will last week, because he was racing last week. Dead last. Only the 8 drivers racing today, so not the many. Not the many. That is kind of a shame for Monaco. Would so love to have more than 10. That would be cool. Ah well. We'll see what will happen come next weekend. But for now, if you are in the chat right now, drop down some race predictions. Let's get some race predictions going on. As we can see, the Red Bull of Emma Payne coming out and the Sauber of Harvey. Okay, so Harvey going out onto track first. Followed by Emma, Payne, and the McLaren of Deza, who is not joined by his teammate Beneb this week. As Beneb, he's off somewhere. I hope he has a good time. But those three currently out on track, and there's a Ferrari coming out. It is Walshy. Don't know much about this guy. But rocking, is that another 71 that I see? It is. Don't we have somebody else who runs 71? Or am I going... Or am I tripping? I don't remember. I'm not gonna let it pester me too much. I'm going to focus on the quali laps. Anyways, let's go on board with Harvey as he comes around Anthony Knowles to start his first flying lap on the medium tyres. DRS is wide open into Sander Vott. Push up against the wall. I think he clips it just a little bit. The Mercedes clear out the way. Up the hill through turn 2 and into turn 3 now. You want to get close to that inside wall as well on both turn 3 and turn 4. And he's done it nicely. And that's an 18.4 through sector 1. Into turn 5 we go. It's done nicely into the all-famous Hotel Hairpin we go. That's not bad from the Sauber. No, rear end slipping out just a little bit. Into the tunnel we go. Banging against the barrier. And zooming past. Through the tunnel. I want to say that is turn 9? Yes, turn 9. Into the Novelle chicane. Hard braking into that left-hander. And then a quick right hand to follow it. Through to back we go. Bashing the wall again. Through the swimming pool chicanes. Or if we are calling it by the French name, La Piscine. Yes, I know French. Shock. Anyways, coming up to end his lap. DRS wide open. That was pretty good through Anthony Knowles. Up to the line is a 1 minute 10. Dead. Wow. And earlier when I did my lap, I set a 116, huh? 111.6. Oh! And Tria is out. Tria is out. That is going to happen. Well, nobody now. But Emma had a lap time deleted. That is not what they want. In the car of one Max Verstappen with a Max Verstappen helmet. That's a clip of the wall right there. Anyways, Walshy, a 1 minute 10.6. That's a good lap on the softs. 7 tenths down though. Anyways, here comes Will. He's also invalidated, and I don't know what he was thinking there. Anyways, going on board with Hurricane. Oh, that was close to track limits as we join on board with him. But still pushing it through La Rascasse we go. Well, that was clean. That was nice. Through Anthony Knowles. Does not clip that outside curb. As you can see, up to the line is a 1 minute 10.5. That's currently P2 for the Mercedes. Emma did go again. And it is a 1 minute 12.3. Now, they're going to have to go again if they want to get higher up the grid. Desert, a bit of a slide coming through Anthony Knowles. I want to say that's the corner name, but that is P4 for Desert. Not bad at all. The Ferrari coming across the line again. Don't know why he's gone again, but I respect your efforts there, my friend. Will, invalidated again. Dives into the pits. Hurricane, down by 2 seconds. Is most definitely going to be coming back into the pits. We will wait and see what he does, but I am sure to see that Mercedes go right into the pits. No, he carries on. Is he going to do one more lap? His tyres must be feeling pretty good then. As Emma coming up to the line, this looks pretty good. It's a 1:11.5, so it's an improvement by 8 tenths, but not enough. Hurricane now. Let's see what he can do. He's up by a little bit. It's not really all that impressive. It is near to 500ths up. So half a tenth that is for Hurricane. Can he get a cheeky little slipstream? Oh no, he can't. That's going to hamper your time. A little bit of a slide coming out of turn 8. And that is not what you want. Never what you want. Wolsey 1.8 down. Emma's not going to get no 1.7. So we will go on board with Harvey for his second lap on the softs this time. Oh, and the two Salbers nearly collecting one another. That was close, but done so well just to avoid each other there. It's always so tight when coming out of the pit exit, and your teammate is right there. Anyways, he is up by 2 tenths. That's not bad, but I was expecting it to be just a little bit quicker. Through the hairpin. He's done it nicely there. Don't bash the wall this time like you did on your medium tyre. Oh, he has! Just as I was saying, don't hit the wall. He hit the wall. That's going to lose a little bit of time. But up to the Novell chicane. Oh, I think that could have been just a little bit better there, Harvey. But he's done very well through to back. Bashes the wall again. 3 tenths up. Over the bump. Catches the wall a little bit through Larasca. So he loses it just a little bit. Down the main straight now. And he's gone quicker. I didn't even acknowledge Walsh's lap time of 1 minute 10.2. We might actually have a battle for pole on our hands. If you remember last time, Harvey kind of ran away with it and was dominant within qualifying. And I mean dominant. But anyways, Walshy comes up to the line. I want to say he's doing another lap, but I am not too sure as that is Harvey. Harvey's crashed. Harvey's out. Harvey has binned it into the barrier. I want to say he's clipped that inside barrier of the Novell chicane through turn 10. Always catches people out. And Will nearly puts it into the barrier as well. He's going to have to go again. That's not going to be a very impressive lap time as Hurricane clearly out the way for one Magnetic who is on a lap. Let's have a look at what Walshy is doing. Very nicely over the chicane. Through to back. Oh no, this is an in-lap for Walshy. So let's go on board with Deza. Through to back. That was quite nice, Des. That was nice through swimming pool. That's not. Come on, Des. As soon as I go on board with the fella. Invalidate. Magnetic! Why can't anybody not invalidate through swimming pool? Is that just a place where people like to invalidate? We have a prediction. Hurricane qualifies P1, leads the whole race and crashes into wall coming out of tunnel. Interesting one. That is an interesting one. Do I see that happening though? Not really. No. But interesting prediction. as I think Magnetic has gone again. As Deza just goes through the Novell chicane. Let's see what he can do through to back. That looked quick. What about Magnetic? That too looked quick. That's definitely English. Oh, God. Oh, nearly clipping that wall, Des. Up to the line, it's a 1 minute 11, so not the quickest of lap times. Magnetic P5 for the Scuderia. As Hurricane P2, we do have a battle for pole on our hands. I think Dayton Rec might have this prediction bang on so far. But don't forget, Harvey's first lap, mediums. He went quickest. His second lap, softs, quickest. Will it be the same? Oh wait, no, it won't. He's out, of course. Oh, I've just made a fool of myself. That's not good. That really isn't good. It's never great to make a fool of yourself. Anyways, let's go on board with Walshy as he comes round to start his lap. Coming through Sandovot, he's done it really nicely there. Up the hill into turn 2 and through turn 3 we go. That's quite nice. He's kept a lot of speed in there. Through turn 4, it's nice. He's down by a tenth, but it seems to be a purple sector 1 for Walshy into the hotel hairpin and then through Mirabeau. Oh, I believe that's Mirabeau anyways. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is that the corner coming out, well, the corner straight after the hairpin, is that Mirabeau? Somebody let me know, because that's what I think it is. Anyways, through to back. This looks quick. 7/10 for Walshy. He is flying in that Ferrari. Coming through Laresque as we go. Little bit of a squirrely rear end there. But through Anthony Knowles and then down the main straight. DRS is wide open. That is a mega lap. Brilliant lap that is by Walshy. And the only other car out the track is Will. Had to take a quick drink, as there is a broken wing for Will. He's going to have to box again. Okay. Interesting. He's carried on. With a broken wing as well. Well, you are brave, my friend. You are really brave. Also, I will let you know, from last week's race at Hungary, there were no incidents, so nobody got post-race penalties from the stewards. Everybody kept it clean, so good. Let's hope it's the same here, as that's not how you take the chicane. That's not how you do it. Now, Bez has come with a prediction. Oh. Hurricane to win tonight. Harry Kane to score tomorrow. Put your money on it. So, he thinks it's going to be the Kane show. He thinks it's going to be the week of the Kane. Why does that sound kind of weird when saying it? I don't know. But Magnetic is up by a little bit on his lap. Interesting prediction that is, Des. Very, very interesting. So we've got two, well, Dez's was Hurricane to win. Dayton Wreck was Kane qualifies P1, leads the whole race and crashed into the wall. We will see. We will see. I mean, everybody has a crash in them. Everybody has a crash in them. I had a lot of crashes in me. That was nice over the exit chicane through swimming pool there. Magnetic. Bit too eager on the throttle as well. Through Anthony Knowles we go. Up to the line. And he did lose a lot of time through that last sector. Anyways, who's going to be crossing the line next? Hurricane? Yeah, Hurricane is up by a little bit, as there is a yellow sector too. Desert, what have you done? He's invalidated. I would like to say that is probably either A. Oh, it's an outlap, it doesn't matter. But still, A, he's skimmed the wall, although that doesn't really lead to a invalidation. So he's probably gone over the Novell chicane. Anyways, Hurricane coming up to the line. DRS is wide open. He has to probably use some of that battery. Goes P2. And he's going to stay there, I believe. Yes. Unless he's going one more lap because... No, he's harvesting. Hurricane P2. Let's see. Magnetic is... I think this is his second lap. Yeah, I think that lap he was doing just then was a cooldown lap and a recharge lap at the same time. Will comes over the line to start his last lap as well. So coming over the line first will be Deza. So let's see what the man, the myth, the legend, Deza 10 can do. Coming through to back. That is a purple sector. That's he was up by 0.666 of a second. Lovely time, Des, but he is flying, I must say. Let's see what he can do. Up to the line. He stays where he is. P4 for Desert. Emma stays P6. Hurricane stays P2. Now we turn to the two Ferraris. We go to Magnetic first, who seems to be giving his teammate Welshie just a little bit of a tow. Over the bump. Into Larascas. Will it be Magnetic or will Walshy keep his place? I don't think Magnetic is improving all too much. A little bit of a wobble there by Walshy. But up to the line, P5 for Magnetic. But he's quicker for Walshy in the Ferrari. Even with a little bit of a wobble. And Will has indeed invalidated his lap. And he's got no wing. So on pole for the Monaco Grand Prix. Under the stars is Walshy in that Ferrari. Very, very good qualifying session, I will say. So, there is your grid for today's race. Half a second gap. Oh, just under 6 tenths separates the top three. Not bad at all. So it's Walshy, Hurricane, Harvey, Desert, Magnetic, Emma, Will, then Triet. That is the lineup for the grid. And now we just give everybody the chance to just give them a chance to get their strategies on point. Whilst we wait, I am just going to actually check to see. Let's get the corner names up for Monaco. Okay, here we go. Okay, so turn one, as we know, is Sandoval because no heroics into Sandoval, please. Uh, Turn two is Beau Rivage. Then we've got Massenet. Then Casino. Ah, okay. So turn five and turn seven. Turn seven are both Mirabeau. Well, turn five is Mirabeau Haute or Halt, and turn seven is Mirabeau Bass. Turn six is the Hotel Hairpin. Turn eight, Portier or Portier. Then turn nine, obviously, is the tunnel. The all infamous tunnel at Monaco. Then it is the Nouvelle Chicane, then Tabac, then Louis Chiron, then we're going through Piscine, aka swimming pool. Then it is La Rascasse, and Anthony. Was I calling it Anthony Knowles? I think I was close with it, but it's Anthony Knowles. I'm gonna stick with how I was calling it. If I was wrong, I apologise. But at the same time, I don't. That's a lie. I do apologise if I did get it wrong. But whilst we wait for the green light to be given, let's get your daily F1 trivia. Oh, let's get the daily F1 trivia question done. Sound good? I think that sounds good. So, which question to go for? I don't. This was updated August 27th, 2024. So this was a couple months back. Last week's question was, what does a barge board do? And Deza had the best answer, the only answer of, what was it? To stop people coming into contact with him. Amazing. Anyways, okay. Your question is, what is the longest sustained hard corner in Formula One? Take a minute to think about it. Don't Google it. If you Google it, we're going to have problems. We're not actually, but don't Google. Anyways, let that play in your minds just a little bit, but mainly focus on the race as we have been given green light action. Don't forget, we do have the formation lap. So you can also answer this question within the formation lap if you are watching in the chat with me. Also, if you're just joining us, then hello, good evening. I am Azure, and I'm your sole commentator for the season. And yes, as you can see, we are racing at Monaco underneath the lights. Well, oh boy, I don't know if I've missed this or not, but oh Titan, it's good to see you again, man. Chicken nuggets. Is that the snack of the day? I'm guessing. Is that snack of the day? Chicken nuggets. Although I say that, you can never go wrong with chicken nuggets, can you? Chicken nuggets, staple piece. I've just been told to shush. Oh well. So fun. $800 busy bee. Awesome. Anyways, drivers coming up to finish the Hurricane. We'll just ignore that, right? Anyways, I can't get a good angle. This'll do. But anyways, there are the 5 red lights, and we are underway for Monaco, and it is a very good start by Walshy, but also a very good start from Hurricane, who can it go round on the outside through turn 1. He's going to keep it in. No, Walshy keeps ahead. Magnetic and Will fighting for P5. But it is Walshy who keeps hold of P1, Hurricane P2, and then Harvey in third. Little bit of a wobble there. He's going to look down the inside. Oh, that was a send, and there's contact. That was a send. Oh, and they're still going. Still going, these two. It's getting a little bit argy-bargy between the Mercedes and the Sauber. Hurricane's not going to be happy with that one. Harvey's going to scream, well, I was alongside. I should have been... Well, it was a fair move, right? That's probably what he's thinking as he goes over the sausage curb. That's a little bit deep from the Sauber of Will as nearly collects Emma Payne. But Walshy 2 seconds ahead now because Harvey and Hurricane had a little bit of a scrap. But they're going to have to stay focused because there is a wild Desert 10 behind them. Does he just collect the wall a little bit? Well, he loses it just a bit there. But Walshy flying ahead as Hurricane round the outside into turn 1 he goes. Takes back P2. And now the charge off to that Scuderia Ferrari is on as there is a lot of action in the pit lane. Treya, Emma Payne, Will all changing front wings, I'm guessing. No, Emma hasn't. Emma's got a broken wing. And they've gone out again. Oh, they've gone back out with the broken wing. That's going to hamper them a little bit. One for the stewards, indeed. One for the stewards. Like I said, I think Hurricane's going to say, well, that was an unfair move. He shouldn't have gone for it. Harvey's probably going to be saying, it was a fair move, and I was alongside going into the corner. It's Monaco. You can't really send it that much through turn 5. But the gap has reduced slightly. Hurricane is pushing. As you can see in the top right, what everybody is on. Walshy, 1 minute 12.3. Hurricane, 1 minute 12.1. Game on. Harvey's just dropping back a bit. He's going to be in the vice grip of Deza soon. Can Deza stay with that flying Sauber that we saw last week? Or will it be the same? And will Harvey get away? As a little bit of a lockup from the Sauber, but still into the corner nicely. But Deza's just biding his time as there is a yellow flag. As that is Will into the barrier and into the pits. Same with Emma to change that rear wing that they did not change last lap. But the gap has gotten shorter. Hurricane is on a mission. Was that Deza? Did I see a little bit of contact through the chicane? I'm not too sure, but Deza is following nicely on the back of that Sauber. Harvey just doesn't seem to be having the pace like he did last week at Hungary. As Deza, DRS is wide open. We go on board with the McLaren. Can he catch up a little bit? No. That's probably a bit of battery usage from... And there's Treya out. And there's a virtual safety car. Oh boy. That's Monaco for you. As we have got a virtual safety car 3 laps in. And what I did forget to mention was there was 39. Oh, we'll just ignore that. 39 laps of Monaco. Good number. Good number indeed. It was my race number. But round about a second separates the top two. Harvey has not been able to drop Deza. So this could be interesting. Really, really interesting if you ask me. As Harvey's into the pits. And he gets a drive-through penalty. Oh boy. As we go racing again. Harvey changing his rear wing. But gets a drive-through as well. So he has to go through the pits again. Anyways, here is the battle for P1. A little bit of harvesting going on for Walshy. And Harvey, 3-second time penalty. Oh, it's just not been the start that he wanted. Welcome to Monaco, ladies and gentlemen. No, Titan. What we need for next season, if we see Monaco next season, I beg it's at night and it's full wet. Imagine that. Oh, that'll just be pure chaos. Oh, God. Anyways, 5 tenths separate the top two now. This is the battle we will go and watch as up Beau Rivage we go. Through turn 3 and into turn 4. A little bit of a wobble there from Hurricane. Through the hairpin. While she just gets away just a little bit. Deza, he's going to be happy with this position. All he has to do now is just hold position. As Harvey serves his drive-through penalty. But still has that 3-second penalty. And he has it again. Is that? No. Oh my God. Oh, it's not been the good start for Harvey, and there's a little bit of a tyre screeching drift, if you can call it. Some would call it that. We just call that losing the rear end. But anyways, 8 tenths separate the top two. That's a little bit cheeky of a corner cut there from Walshy, but still, I don't think all 4 tyres left the track though. So, fair play, fair move, fair corner. Through Mirabeau we go. Up to the hairpin. And Deza is just there. He doesn't have to battle anyone at the moment. Because his closest battle, 6 seconds behind. Or, well, 7 seconds nearly. As was Hurricane in AI mode just a little bit there. I think he was, but I am not too sure. The gap 1.6 out in front. This is the closest battle so far, so this is what we'll watch for now. 1.3, I think Hurricane just gains it back a little bit through the final sector. He is rapid through that final sector. Up through the hill we go. again. And yeah, it was from 1.3 to 1.6. So definitely the Ferrari is quicker through that first sector. That wasn't the best of hairpins for that Mercedes. Going through Portier into the tunnel, 1.8 seconds. So Walshy must be using just a little bit. But coming up to the Neuville chicane, he takes that beautifully. Hurricane takes that beautifully. But that Ferrari has checked out. He's going, and he's gone. Oh, it looks like he's beginning to check out anyways. Through the final corner we go. 2.1 seconds separate the two. That's a very good lap from Walshy. He's going to have to keep it up though. But Hurricane, he's going to have to pull something out of the bag here. Let's see what he can do though. Let's not count him out just yet. It might be 2.2 seconds for now, but anything can happen. As Deza is just building a nice little gap between him and Magnetic again. 7.3 seconds to gap. As it's now 2.4 out ahead. Oh, well, it was. I don't know if it still is. On our systems, it's saying 2.2. So, Hurricane must have caught a little bit. Into the Neuville chicane. Walshy takes it nicely. Hurricane, we didn't see in time, but I'm sure he took it nicely as well. As he's gained, like, a couple of attempts. Let's see what he can do through the final sector now. As coming up to Larascas goes Walshy. And into Anthony Knows. Little bit of the rear stepping out for that Mercedes. As he's lost a bit of time. And it's still 2 seconds on the dot, but that is separating the two drivers out in front. 8.3 seconds behind them is Deza, but Magnetic is charging in. He's chasing Deza down. 6.5. Now, if you remember a lap or two ago, it was 7.3. So he's nearly gained a second within those few laps. That is impressive to say the least, good sir. But let's see what he can do. He's going to have to make no mistakes, Magnetic. No mistakes. But that gap has seemed to grow just a little bit. 7.3 now. He's lost all that time he's just made up. Deza through Neuville chicane. Done very, very nicely. It's now 2.5 out ahead. Hurricane is not having the best of times right now. As there's a 3-second time penalty. That is going to be huge if Magnetic can get the pace up, put his foot down, and catch up to the back of that Papaya McLaren. Let's see what he can do. And it's 10 seconds separating Deza and Hurricane. So the front two have checked out, and they are coming up to the back of the Red Bull of Emma Payne, who has been caught up in quite a bit of a kerfuffle on the opening lap between, well, themselves, Treya, and I want to say it was Will as well. But 2.1 separates the two. And then further back, we see Deza. He's just spending his time. He's into the tunnel, but Magnetic is still chasing him down. And who's behind him, you say? Harvey. Oh, wait, no. That's Will. Oh. I thought that was Harvey going through the hairpin. It's not. Anyways, Hurricane has just caught up just a little bit. As he just loses the rear end a little bit through Anthony Knows. The Nose? I'm going to butcher that name. I know I am. We'll just call it the final corner from now on. But 2 seconds separates the two. But Walshy is going to come up to the back of Emma Payne. Now, Emma Payne is going to be getting blue flags. Let's just see here. Well, have they got blue flags yet? No, but they have ghosted. No blue flags just yet. But they will be getting the flashing blues in a bit. Because right on the back of it, right on the back of them is Walshy. He is flying, but 1.7 behind is Hurricane. So anything could happen. No blue flags for the Red Bull just yet. As they go through Larascas, ghosting again. Coming through the last turn, there's the blue flags on the main straight. That is possibly the best chance for Walshy to get ahead of the Red Bull. It's going to be tight through Beau Rivage. And Will gets a 3-second time penalty as well. But is the Red Bull just going to be holding up the Ferrari a little bit? Remember, Emma cannot ignore those blue flags for that long. Otherwise, it will be a time penalty for the Red Bull. So sooner rather than later, the Red Bull will have to cede position to that Ferrari. And I think it's going to be here within the tunnel, maybe. And no, Emma's staying ahead. The Ferrari's going to have to get past and ghost through the Red Bull. Walshy into... Nope. I was about to say into P1. He's already P1. But if the Red Bull wasn't ghosted, I think Walshy would have been held up and he would be complaining about that. And saying, well, if they're under blue flags, they should let me through. Well, it's a good thing they were ghosted then. That's strange. Disconnected me from my party. Anyways, lap 14 of 39. And Hurricane now has to get past the Red Bull. And past the Red Bull they are. Oh! And speaking of the Red Bull, they have spun, nearly put it into the barrier, and now they have. And they were already past the chicane. That not the chicane, the pit entry, so they could not pit. But look at this battle for P3. Look at Magnetic. He has closed in massively. As I've got a message from someone. Anyways, sorry about that. The gap closing down. It is 1.3 now. So Hurricane must have had one of the best laps ever. Anyways, lap 16 now. And the battle for P3 heats up as Magnetic only needs to gain another 1.8 seconds And then P3 will be his, because Desert is 19.2 seconds behind. As through the tunnel, the top two go. I have run out of my drink. I don't have any drink left. Oh. If there's a safety car, I'm going to go run downstairs and get a drink. But... Oh! Oh! A potential undercut, I see. The Mercedes is in. Onto the hard tyres they go. They're going to go towards the end. Well, they should go towards the end. As Walshy, he's going to have to put in the best lap ever to keep ahead of that Mercedes, who has potentially undercut him. But Hurricane is also going to have to put in one of the outlaps of his life if he wants to get ahead of that Ferrari. But we will see what will happen between the two, as Hurricane is currently going through Mirabeau, and up to the hairpin he goes. We'll stay on board with the Ferrari, because I'm pretty sure they are going to be coming into the pits this lap to try and stay ahead of the Mercedes. 20.5 seconds is the gap. The Ferrari is in. And now it all comes down to how quick can that Mercedes be. The Ferrari out of its pit box. The Mercedes. Where's the Mercedes? It's coming through La Rascasse. I don't think it's going to get that bit of DRS. No, but they're going to have to use the battery all the way down the main straight. There's the Ferrari. And the Ferrari stays ahead, but the gap has reduced to only mere tenths. We have a battle for the race lead and the race win on our hands once again, as Magnetic has been overtaken by Harvey, and Harvey 1.2 seconds behind Deza. Those hards on his car coming into massive play. But he is also harvesting. Harvey is harvesting. I can make jokes. Okay, that was a terrible joke. I apologise. But 1.1 seconds separates Deza from the Sauber. Magnetic is still 4.2 seconds behind. So, if he can catch up just that little bit more to the back of that pack of those two, he might have P3 on his hands. Keyword, might. I'm not going to say he's going to get it, but we missed it. But Hurricane is in the lead. And Harvey gets another 3-second time penalty. That's 19 seconds worth of penalties for Harvey. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Oh, we should have gone on board with Hurricane for that overtake. But what I think it was an overtake round the outside of Sandoval. And that Ferrari's just getting into the air a little bit, going through the hotel hairpin. Into the tunnel we go now. 6 tenths was the gap going into the tunnel. 4.5 tenths is the gap coming through the chicane. So, it's going to be really, really interesting. Let's see what can happen. Will Walshy be able to get back ahead of that Mercedes? If so, he's going to have to do it down the main straight. Half a second separates the two. DRS is open for Walshy. It's just a bit too far back to make use of anything on this lap, but he's going to have to really, really push and put Hurricane under huge amounts of pressure. But we will see what will happen come the main straight once again. As Harvey is right on the back of that McLaren as well. But don't forget, he has those time penalties, so it's not always going to be daylight for him. As I think Walshy just loses a bit of time. So, interestingly, that gap has gone from, well, when it was the end of Sector 1, it was 2 tenths. Now, it's 6 tenths. So he's lost a whole 4 tenths through that lap so far. Or through Sector 2. But the gap is now 4 tenths. 4.5 tenths, to say the least. Coming through, Anthony knows to finish lap 20 and go into lap 21. 4 tenths is the gap. Walshy can't make anything happen. Not this lap anyways. Maybe, and I just mean maybe on this lap he can make a move. But it's going to be tricky. But we will see what will happen. He's not going to send it into Mirabeau, is he? No. He's thinking good about this. He's thinking smartly. He's not going to send it. If he sends it, that's just going to cause chaos and damage between the two. Remember, lap 1, Harvey and Hurricane tangled through Mirabeau. So, through the tunnel they go. It is nearly a second's gap. Walshy nearly outside of a second. That would mean no DRS down the main straight for the Ferrari. So he's going to have to keep it within the gap of a second. And so far, he is. Coming through La Rascas we go with both cars. Coming up to the final corner. 9 tenths. A second. But Walshy will have DRS because he went through the detection zone within that second's gap. Now, the detection zone. Where is that, you might ask? It is between the exit of the swimming pool chicane. So, turn 16, through turn 17, and up to turn 18 of La Rascas, as Will gets another 3-second time penalty for track limits. It is not the race for Sauber. But Hurricane, he's going to have to defend for all that is holy. He's going to have to do a mega job here. But Walshy, he's going to be pushing that Mercedes all the way up until the checkered flag. Where I think maybe, just maybe, his tyres might be slightly better. Now, the tyre life difference is only a lap. Hurricane wasn't able to... Walshy 3-second time penalty. This changes everything. If Walshy gets back ahead, he's going to have to gain 3 seconds to the Mercedes. Tricky? Maybe. Doable? Maybe. Walshy? Fastest lap. Oh man, this is interesting. Up through Beaurivage we go. Into the left-hander. And the right-hander of turn 3 and 4. Walshy right on the back of that Mercedes. It's almost like he is pushing him through Mirabeau and the hotel hairpin. Oh, this is very, very good. Where's the popcorn when you need it? I should have got some popcorn. But yellow flag. That is Will. If that was a safety car, that would have been very, very interesting. But it's not. And it's still 6 tenths the gap between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. So far, both Dez's prediction and Denton Rex predictions could be right. Well, no. Denton Rex could be half right. Dez's, however, could still be on point. We will see. As going through Beaurivage we go. There is the Sauber of Will, who was just pitted for a new wing. Through turn 3 and turn 4. I love that section of corners for some reason, man. I think it's just so nice. Anyways, 3 attempts. Through Mirabeau we go. Up to the hairpin once again. Keeping it clean. Walshy is literally pushing that Mercedes now. I think that was a little bit of a mistake from the Mercedes. Walshy's going to have to capitalise on this lap. He's going to have to stay right behind that Silver Arrow, the lone Silver Arrow in this race. As through to back we go. 4 tenths the gap. This is going to be really, really close and really, really interesting. 3 tenths. And I see Walshy just taking a different line there. Smart, tactical. Can the move be made? We go on board with the Ferrari. Will he do anything? No, he's just that bit too far back. Hurricane keeps ahead. Walshy stays behind. But he's going to have to wait, and wait. As Desert, so far, will stay P3. Because Magnetic is 7.7 seconds behind. And I think Walshy just tried to look for a different line there. Maybe Hurricane went a bit defensive as well. So had to take that outside line as we joined back on board with the Mercedes and the Ferrari. But so far, this has been one interesting battle. It's giving shades of Hamilton and Verstappen in 2019. We're just going to need one of the cars, in this case Walshy, to just try and send it up the Novell chicane. Then it is kind of like that race again. But we don't want anything to be like that. Harvey, 1 minute 11.5, the fastest lap of the race. Through the final corner we go. 5 tenths the gap. I don't think he's going to be close enough, Walshy. He can get as close as to the rear wing. And no, it's almost like he didn't gain anything. He only gained a 10th from that. So not the most improvement made for that Mercedes. But he is still pushing with all that is holy. I think Hurricane might have had just a little bit of a wobble. And now Walshy back to pushing that Mercedes through with his own car of the Ferrari. Takes a wider line through the hotel. And Hurricane ghosting just a little bit. Coming through the tunnel now on lap 26 of 39. Up to the Novell chicane. 3 tenths is the gap. Who will take the chicane better? I think that's going to go to... Oh, that was so equal, I couldn't tell. Through the swimming pool. Up to Larascas we go. Little bit of a wobble from Walshy. He's been trying that, going deep and gaining more speed into the final corner just a little bit. Has it worked so far? No. Will he have to try something else? Maybe. But we will see what he can do. As going through turn 3 and turn 4 of the casino up to turn 5 of Mirabeau House? Yeah, Mirabeau House, and then through the airpin, through Mirabeau Bath, and through Portier we go. Into the tunnel. Zooming by goes the not McLaren, through the Mercedes and the Ferrari. 3 tenths the gap. Through the chicane. And I think just advantage Scuderia maybe. Harvey sets the fastest lap again. 1 minute 11.385. That is a very good lap. Walshy's doing it again. He's going deep into Larascas in hopes to try and slingshot him closer to the back of that Mercedes. And it's kind of worked this lap. Will he be close enough to make a move? No. Stays behind the back of that Mercedes. Lap 28 now. Up Beau Rivage. Through turn 3 we go. This has been one of the closest battles ever. And and hopefully just like you lot are, I'm enjoying it. As once again, it's back to the old pushing, trying to push his way through, trying to bully his way through past the Mercedes. but the Mercedes having none of it. Defending really, really well. Through the tunnel we go. A little bit of a slide there from the Mercedes. That's going to cause the Ferrari to catch up quite a bit. And gain a couple tenths. Coming up to the chicane, it is 3 tenths the gap. 5 tenths the gap now. But I think Hurricane just didn't have the best of exits. Advantage to the Scuderia this time for sure. Look how close to the back he is. We have to go on board with the Ferrari here. Oh no, never mind. No, we didn't. Why did we go on board with the Ferrari? I've just cursed him with that. Oh dear. A little bit of a rear end slide coming through the final corner. That's really hampered his lap there and his chance to possibly get ahead of the Mercedes. 7 tenths the gap now. He's going to have to put all that hard work back in and catch back up to where he was last time, which was around about 2 tenths, 3 tenths. So let's see what he can do this time, as Harvey has lapped Emma. Through the tunnel we go, 4.5 tenths the gap. And that's gone down. So Walshy definitely gets the better exit through the Nouvelle chicane. Through La Piscine we go, or the Piscine, but La Piscine if you are French. Through La Rascasse. Up to the final corner we go, 5.5 tenths. It's going to be a bit too far back for Walshy to make a move on the Mercedes. Hurricane, he's done so well so far. Lap 30. We've got 10 laps left. And I think Walshy just loses a little bit of time on that lap. That's not what he wants. As he is trailing ever so closely to the back of that Mercedes. He's just not able to find a move at all. That's not going to be what he wants. He's going to want to try and force the Mercedes into a mistake if possible. And never mind, it's another 3-second time penalty for Walshy. But look how close he is to the back of the Mercedes. That is because he's cut the corner coming out through Nouvelle chicane. So that has really, really ruined his chances of potentially going ahead and winning this race. 4 tenths the gap. I think that's still a bit too far back, but I think he's really ruined his chances of winning this race here. Hurricane, all he has to do is, well, if he wants to let the Ferrari ahead, stay within 6 seconds, as we are now on lap 31 of 39. Or, the other thing he can do is keep the Ferrari behind all this time. And I think that is exactly what he is going to do. He's going to defend for all he can do as we go through Mirabeau Basse now up to Portier. And these two have given us such a good battle in Desert. Another 3-second time penalty. Those caused from going a little bit too narrow through Saint-Devote. Just getting all 4 wheels off the track. And I bet it was going through the right-hander. It just had all 4 tyres on the curb. And yes, that is what causes the penalty, and bad news for me because Bromley have scored. Oh dear. Bromley have scored. Anyways, Walshy right on the back of that Mercedes. 2.5 tenths. He is really pushing that Mercedes. And when I mean pushing it, I mean he is really pushing that Mercedes. But Hurricane, he's kept a clean head. He's stayed completely focused as Will gets another 3-second time penalty. As it is now 5.5 tenths the gap between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. But the Ferrari is going to be pushing for all he can. Going on board with, well, staying on board with the two, as I think Deza might secure P3 here. If he does not get another 3-second time penalty, that is. So, Deza, keep it clean, mate. You can get yourself a podium at Monaco. That would be good. 4 attempts the gap. Can Walshy force anything from Hurricane? No, not on this lap. So going once again they go. As there is Will. Who has been lapped. Once again. And I think Walshy just looked for it there. But nothing. Just nothing can be made. He was close. But still, no avail. He's going to stay right on the back of that silver arrow. That Ineos sponsor on the back. That is going to be really, really annoying to that Ferrari if he cannot get past it. He's going to want to get past it. He's going to want to hope the Mercedes can see. I thought it said Ferrari on the back of the rear wing of the Ferrari. Does it not? No, it doesn't. Oh. He's going to want to hope the Mercedes sees the rear wing of the Ferrari. 3 tenths the gap. Will this be the race lead? No, great defending by Hurricane, but makes a little bit of a mistake. And look at Walshy really, really pushing that Mercedes now through every single corner, going through Beau Rivage, and through turn 3, and through turn 4. He's not going to send it, is he? No, he's not. He thinks better of it. Through Mirabeau we go. And this has been really, really a good battle to watch. 6 tenths the gap. 5 tenths the gap. Will it be 4? It will be 4. 4 tenths the gap. Go on, make it 3. 3 tenths the gap. 2 tenths the gap. He's going to go for it. No, he's not. You had my hopes up there. I thought we were going to get Hamilton Verstappen in 2019. Oh. Really had my hopes up there, Walshy. But coming up to the end of lap 34, bolting it down the main straight. Up through Beau Rivage we go. 2.5 tenths is the gap. Let's just see where the Mercedes pulls from the Ferrari. He pulls a little bit through turn 3 and turn 4. Through Mirabeau and through the two Mirabeau turns and through the hairpin. He gains a lot there. He gains 2 tenths to the Ferrari, which is really, really good for the Mercedes in keeping that lead and just gaining an advantage as well. But Walshy, he's going to keep on pushing. He's going to keep on pushing right on the back of that Mercedes. That Ineos sponsor probably annoying him right now. He wants to get ahead of it so badly. I can tell he wants to as well. You just see him looking for move after move, trying to force a move from Hurricane, trying to make him reveal his hand too soon and swoop on through. But not this time round, as onto lap 36 we go. Only a few more laps left. And this has been a great battle from ever since they both boxed on laps 17 and 18, I believe. They have had one of the most thrilling battles through Monaco. And still trying to force Walshy into a move. Just not trying to force Hurricane into a move. My bad. But just cannot do anything yet. Also, Titan, if you're still asleep, wake up. Nothing can be made of an attempt to make a move for the lead. This time round, coming up to the Nouvelle Chicane. Coming through to back we go, and through the swimming pool. That was close to track limits for Hurricane. I have a feeling it's going to stay like this, ladies and gentlemen. Coming through the final corner, DRS wide open for the Ferrari. Burning as well, I'm guessing. Just cannot get close to the back or to the side of the Mercedes. And stays behind for yet another lap. Lap 37 now we are on of 39. And I think Desert is going to comfortably take P3. He's going to be really, really happy with that. But who isn't going to be really happy is Walshy. He's been leading for this whole race up until the pit stops, where Hurricane made a fantastic move around the outside of Sandoval. But through the tunnel we go, and a little bit of harvesting from the Ferrari. Up to the Nouvelle Chicane we go. This is still not over. Still got a few more laps. A few more laps. But Walshy, don't forget, 6-second time penalty. So, I think you all know what that means. As Will collects another 3-second time penalty. And that line, just going a little bit deeper into turn 18, just has not worked. Emma Payne, 3-second time penalty. The only two drivers to not get a penalty in this race is Hurricane and Magnetic. As we're on lap 38 now. Can Walshy make anything? And I mean anything. Can he find a way through? Or will he have to sit back and watch that Mercedes cross the line first? He's not going to be happy with it. But who will be ecstatic is Hurricane. He's going to be really, really happy with the performance he's done so far. As 6 tenths is the gap, will we see a move for the lead at any point during this lap? I don't think so. 5.5 tenths is the gap. And he's really, really on the back of that Mercedes. And he's ever so close to making a move. He's got to try something else into Larascas, but no, he keeps going for that deeper move. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Like there, it has not worked. You can see it's not worked because he's dropped back another 10th. Now, final lap here. Up through Beau Rivage. Through turn 3 we go. And into turn 4 as well. Will Walshy make one more move? He can't into Mirabeau. He went through the left hand off the hairpin. And not through the second part of Mirabeau. Through Portier? No. Hurricane stays ahead. Little bit of a slide. That's going to really, really hamper his speed coming through the tunnel. Can Walshy make anything of it? No, I think he's just a bit too far back. And he is too far back. Through the Nouvelle Chicane we go one more time. And through to back once more. What a battle these two have given us. A little bit of a mistake there from Walshy. He's thrown everything at the Mercedes, but the Mercedes just holding on and defended really, really well as we go through the final corner one more time onto the main straight. What a battle we have had, but it's going to be Hurricane who wins in Monaco. But what a battle that was between Hurricane and Walshy. And looking further back, we can see the McLaren of Deza coming through the Nouvelle Chicane one more time. He's going to be really happy with his performance today, as he will secure the final podium spot at Monaco. But he's still got a few more corners to go. He better not mess up now. And he hasn't. He's kept it clean and through, not Larascas, Anthony knows, down the main straight. Deza completes the podium. But your race winner and brilliant defending in the Mercedes is Hurricane. What a race. What a battle we have had through Monaco. Wow. Wow, indeed. Whew. Driver of the day? Hurricane. Brilliant defending. That is all I can be said. Brilliant, brilliant defending. And brilliant, brilliant move for the lead. Although I did miss it on the stream, and I am sorry for that, Hurricane, but I'm sure it was a brilliant, brilliant move. Time for the podium celebrations, and Hurricane with the Union Jack flag, with the trophy in hand. Spray the champagne in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Oh. As you can see that there is your final standings of the race. Hurricane did finish P1, as we've said. Walshy P2, those 6 seconds really, really hampered him. If he didn't make those track limit penalties, he probably would have made the move. But I think those 6 seconds really, really solidified his status as P2. There's a third. He was even under the radar, but he did really, really well in the end. Magnetic P4. Good drive from him. Harvey wasn't the best of starts for the Sauber. Wasn't as dominant as he was in Hungary, but he still did the best that he could do. Right. Next week, for Halloween week, we will be going to Qatar, which is a sprint race. So join us next week, same time on Tuesday, October 29th at 7 p.m. And we will be bringing coverage of the Qatar GP. But anyways, that was round 2 of HTR. And I have been your commentator, Azure. And I will see you all next week. So have a good one. Good night.